Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KNDI Artery Live Broadcast Channel. I am your host, Wang'ara Laura, and it is a pleasure to have you here with us. So in the previous episode, we discussed the upcoming 6th International Nutrition and Dietetics Scientific Conference, where we had a brief snapshot of the activities that will take place during the conference. So in the coming episode, you're going to look at each activity and discuss them in details. So maybe or perhaps have you ever wished you could share your experience with other professionals, or probably perhaps learn practical skills that you can immediately apply in your work? That's exactly what learning labs is. That's what learning labs are all about. So learning labs are basically interactive, let's say maybe 2-hour workshops where participants don't just listen, but they go an extra mile and learn by doing. They ask questions, they solve problems, they share ideas, and gain practical skills that they can take back to their workplaces or even apply them in the communities that they serve. So probably maybe let's take for an example a nutrition project coordinator who does a summative evaluation, or let's say end-term evaluation, and is able to say at the end of the project, this is the impact that the project has had on the community. These are some of the gaps and challenges, and these are the key learning outcomes from these projects. So someone who wants to do a similar project then can come into that particular learning lab and pick lessons for them to adopt the specific or run a similar project. So now, if you have knowledge, if you have experience, or an innovative idea that can help others, this is your opportunity to share it. And if again you're looking at learning from experts, these are just gurus in the profession of nutrition and dietetics, then attending the learning lab is something that you won't want to miss. So the question that may be popping in your mind right now is, why would you need to host a learning lab? Hosting a learning lab actually gives you the chance to, one, share your knowledge and practical experience, two, to showcase your research, innovations, or successful programs. You're also able, as you're showcasing these skills, you're able to build your professional profile. Then you'll be able to network in terms of connecting with nutrition and dietetics professionals, researchers, policymakers, and partners from Kenya, just not Kenya alone, Kenya and beyond. You're also able to help others develop practical skills that can improve their nutrition practice. So whether you're working in a university or in a hospital or county government, NGO, research institution, private sector, community program, or food company, your experience could inspire others and make a real difference. The conference is specifically looking for learning labs in areas such as 1, evidence-based practice and applied research, 2, triple burden of malnutrition, 3, nutrition policy and guidance, 4, food system fortification and nutrition impact, 5, innovation in nutrition practice and technology. So in case you have learning experiences that you would want to share practically with the participants in the 6th International Conference, you're encouraged to submit a proposal. So now, what makes a good learning lab? So as we had talked earlier, a learning lab is not a lecture. It is not a presentation per se. It is a session where both presentation participants are actively engaged or involved. Think about activities such as demonstrations, practical exercises, nutrition programs and lessons learned, impacts, discussions, group work, or problem solving. So now, every learning lab should actually have a clearly stated learning objective and practical outcomes so that the participants would live with new knowledge and skills that they can immediately apply to develop their competencies. So the organizing committee is especially looking for learning labs that encourage participation, that promote innovation, and strengthen the link between food system, agriculture, nutrition, and health. So as we turn into our screens, we are currently making a call for learning labs where physical participation would be 1,000 USD and online or virtual participation will be 500 USD. And this will happen in 9th to 13th of November 2026. The deadline for submitting the proposals for Learning Lab is 30th September. So you can go to the conference website and apply for the Learning Lab session as soon as possible so that the deadline doesn't meet before you have applied for the Learning Lab. So now, why should you attend the conference? Why should you attend the conference to attend the Learning Lab? So even if you're not planning to host a Learning Lab, the conference has something for everyone. So by attending the Learning Lab, you'll be able to have the opportunity to learn from leading experts, the gurus in nutrition and dietetics. You'll be able to participate in practical learning labs. You'll discover new research and innovative ideas. You'll be able to network with professionals from different sectors and countries. At the same time, you'll get the opportunity to exchange experiences and build valuable partnerships within nutritionists and dietitians in Kenya and beyond. And you'll earn new knowledge that can improve your work and your career. So whether you're a student, whether you're a nutritionist, whether you're a dietitian, a researcher, a lecturer, healthcare professional, policymaker, or development partner, the conference offers an excellent opportunity to learn, connect, and grow professionally. So as we're coming to the end of today's session, before we end today's session, our message or my message to you is, if you have knowledge, practical, evidence-based knowledge that can help others, you're welcome to host a learning lab. If you want to gain practical skills, new ideas, and professional connections, then attend the conference. The Journal of Nutrition and Dietetics is now accepting the call or learning labs proposals, and the submission deadline is 30th September 2026. This is your opportunity to contribute to the future of nutrition and dietetics while learning from others who are equally passionate about improving health and nutrition. Thank you for joining us today on KNDI Artery Live broadcast channel. I'm your host, Wang'ara Laura, and remember to eat informed. Until next time, keep learning, keep sharing, and keep making a positive impact through nutrition. Good evening, and I look forward to seeing your Learning Lab proposal and welcoming you to the 6th International Nutrition and Dietetics Scientific Conference. Karibuni and asante. Goodbye.